second? Can I see the thing I'm supposed to fill out so I can't like
Of course.
right as I do it?
So do it, yeah. It's not.
Oh no, you're not on the way. Don't worry. Actually, you are. Sorry. Okay, this is good.
Cool. So let's start off with discuss amongst yourselves what general ideas you guys have about what the life cycle looks like. What do you know about embryos? And what do you know about the stages of fetal growth? We'll take like 3 minutes, and then we'll maybe share our, discussion.
I have no idea.
You start with like obviously the sperm and the other thing. I think class was 2 semesters ago. So they go in, they implant into the uterus. Like once they they go up through the fallopian tubes, they go up there. It's really like that area is actually like really cool. No, it doesn't like sperm. It selectively chooses what sperm will go through. So it's like actually very, I think the word, but it doesn't like sperms. It goes in, then it turns into a baby. But the first thing that grows is like the cord. And it goes in and it really grows.
That's cool though. Bro, we all feel.
Yeah.
You too, bro.
But it looks like an amoeba. It really does. The
That's all I
pictures.
know.
Yeah. Then you go through a bunch of different phases.
And you're a baby.
And then you're a baby.
And then yeah.
Here we are.
And then
And then
You know, like, I think we stick like a chunk in the middle.
long love.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about work.
oh, you work until you die.
Yeah.
Work until you have a mortal injury. And then you can't go.
What do you know about it?
You know, I took a class and I really can't forget it.
All right. You guys I heard a lot of things coming out, but I kind of noticed that the room is kind of going silent, so we'll just move on. So anybody would like to share what was discussed? Anyone? Sure, yeah.
So I know a little bit. I know that there's a sperm and then an egg. The sperm will go to the egg. It'll go up the fallopian tubes. It'll implant into the uterus. I think it starts with the umbilical cord. It grows. It grows. It grows. There's a lot of different phases.
Yeah.
I forget those, and then it's
You're not wrong. Very right. Okay, so unfortunately, that's like not where I was exactly going with this, but you are right. So I have this activity where you have like a bunch of like cutouts, and we'll just do it like by tables. So you guys, 3, and then we're just gonna try to put them in the right sequence. There's gonna be 3 stages of embryonic. You go get on it. And there's going to be 8 different species. And then I have extras. You guys need any more? You guys are okay? And then I have these sheets here. Well, you know what? We'll leave it at that. And we'll take, say, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. There's 3 phases and 8 species. You want? I have more. You want? You guys work together?
Yeah.
All right.
This is a shoe. How do you know?
There's gonna be 8 different.
There's 8. This is like
8 different.
That is 3.
There's
Is it?
8 animals and per animal. Yeah. Yeah.
They really do. I'm pretty sure it's one of them. Regardless, that I can.
And then you know what? I'll give you these if they might help. You know what? We'll see.
Oh, okay.
And then once you think,
Oh yeah, I was like, I don't know how you got that.
if you think you've figured it out before the 5 minutes, you can raise your hand and
It's 'cause this
Is the aim like to do like all the embryos basically look the same?
That's what this one has too.
Look, this is exactly the same.
and so let's take about 2 more minutes.
This is what I think. Wait, he said it was 8 different animals. We have only 3. Humans have tails. When they're in their thing, we have tails. We have gills. We do. It's a real thing. What else we have? You know, when we're first developing, we don't have a head and have a spine. It's just, there's no head. There's no head. There's just a spine. There's just some like stem
Take about
cells
1 more
in the
minute.
spine.
All the different mind
Yeah, what the heck? These are
This, yeah. The middle.
What is that?
Help me! Help me!
Angel, I
This is definitely a middle.
I don't know what I'm
This
looking
is
at. This is like a Cheeto.
all the last pages are really the same.
She has it.
Alright, if I can have everyone's attention, just leave the cutouts as they lie. Let's just watch a short video that will make this. Oh, wait a minute.
You build like chimpanzee, you might No. You build like. Actually, there's one more tongue before the second.
Almost my bad. Oh, you're about right there.
And you built like the cup from Valerie Garcia.
I'll take that.
Okay, I see that.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, it's just flaming. Haven't had my morning coffee. Built like a valve.
Oh, that's mean.
But it's skinny, and then it's.
No, not that type of valve. Like,
There we go. All right, cool.
Oh, we had two different costumes.
All right.
oh, ooh.
No audio. It's not really loud, is it?
Early on in the growth of a human embryo, the embryo has a tail-like structure. As time goes on, the embryo grows, and eventually, the cells that made up that tail structure shift and form the tailbone, which makes up the bottom of the spine. By the time the embryo is 8 weeks old, the tail is not visible at all. Humans are not the only species to have tails as embryos. We share this trait with the embryos of many other vertebrates, which are animals with a backbone, such as monkeys, mice, turtles, and chickens. Scientists call features such as embryo tails anomalous features, structurally similar anatomical features that two species share that indicate that the species share a common ancestor. Identifying analogous features helps scientists figure out how different species are related to each other and how they evolved. Studying embryos is a helpful way for scientists to find similarities between species, similarities that might not be visible once the animals are born and grow up. In general, embryos of related species have more obvious analogous features at earlier stages of development, before the embryo's anatomy becomes highly specialized. During the stages of an embryo's development, the embryo goes through a lot of physical changes. The embryo of an elephant starts out weighing less than a gram, and it eventually grows to its birth weight of about 100 kilograms. Let's take a closer look at the kinds of changes the elephant embryo goes through as it develops. As an embryo grows, its physical structures change. Some structures become visible, and others disappear. For example, towards the beginning of development, an elephant embryo has structures called pharyngeal arches, or gill arches, on its neck. As the embryo grows, the pharyngeal arches change structure and help form the ear and jaws of the elephant. And it turns out, all vertebrate embryos have pharyngeal arches early in development. In fish, these arches develop into gill structures. In humans and other mammals, these arches develop into ear and jaw structures, just like they did in the elephant. Pharyngeal arches are anomalous features, even though we can only see this smallest feature early on in embryo development. Pharyngeal arches provide evidence to scientists that all vertebrates share a common ancestor. More distantly related species tend to share fewer homologous features during both embryo development and after birth, or closely related species tend to share more homologous features during both embryo development and after birth. So, even though you don't have a tail, as far as I know, studying homologous features in embryos shows scientists that humans are related to many tail-using features because of evolution.
You definitely be good at walking on
Okay, so the video talked about common ancestors. Common ancestor, which is an organism from which different species evolved. It also mentioned homologous features, which are the body parts in different species that look similar. It also mentioned pharyngeal arches, structures in embryos that can develop into different features like gills or veneers, and evolutionary evidence, which is the information that one can gather from looking at some of these features. So let's go back to that activity. I'm going to give you that handout I was mentioned earlier and see if we can, based on the video and our first attempt, if we can try to align the species with the phase. And we'll just take maybe like 3 minutes for this.
one's human. This one's human.
There's no way that's a case. What is this then?
What
is this? Is this a salamander? Rachel, is this a salamander?
Yeah.
What is this?
Is it a salamander?
Salamander? What is it then?
A rabbit?
A dolphin.
That's not an option.
Could be a fish, a salamander, or a rabbit.
Or a chick.
No, the chick was, this was already decided on your chick.
I never seen a rabbit.
It's also the thing that.
Unless like,
Are we sure these are the?
unless we know one of them makes
I'm like 99%.
It has to be a rabbit. There's no way. I don't know, what is it?
That's not.
It's a rabbit now.
No.
Is this one a rabbit then?
Right.
No, but it has the feet. Yeah, it's the same.
Stage 2.
Alright, and then everything else is this.
Are you sure this is the human one?
I think.
No, I think you're wrong.
Then what's the human?
I think. Wait.
Look, I think this one is the second stage. Wait, no. Either this one or this one is the second stage.
Let's take another minute or so.
Okay, this is the human one. I said so.
Just put whatever.
I told you, look, you look like a nose. This is the spine and the nose. And that's what it goes around here in the stomach. It is just.
Well, we lost the human.
All right, if I can get everyone's attention, this is actually what it looks like. That's the actual chart. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got
So this activity isn't like like you got it right, you got it wrong. It's just to show how
Exactly, yeah.
It's actually.
the first stage is really difficult to like make out which species is which species, right? Only until the second stage where we can see, you know, distinctions, and not until the third stage where we kind of have like an idea of what the animal. Right?
Yeah, we were close. I said the rabbit
So-
was not the rabbit.
Based on that, you know, what can we say about these phases of embryonic development? Anybody would like to share a thought? Sure.
I mean, we kind of like when we were matching them, we kind of matched. We kind of started at the end, like the final stage, and worked our way backwards to see if there was any. Like, I guess that made it easier to tell, like, what the
Yeah.
first stage was.
Why did it make it easier?
Because I was like, okay, this is what a tortoise looks like at the end. This sort of looks like a tortoise
Right.
before the end.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why it was so difficult to land the first ones, right?
They're basically the same.
Basically the same. Yeah. Well, thanks everyone. That is my presentation. No, thank you. Thank you guys.